Hello, and welcome to the Follow the Moon Challenge. My name is Allison. I will be your host on this journey with the moon. Every day, there will be a video uploaded to YouTube that will help you connect to the moon energy and the zodiac sign that the moon is currently in for the day. This will help you get familiar with that energy and to see how you kind of react to it, respond to it, or connect to it. Follow along in the Just a Phase Moon Planner and be sure that you're tracking your mood and your mood tracker for the month. Or just a regular journal will do. Every video will list the moonrise time in Eastern Standard Time, and it will also list the meridian time, which is when the moon should be directly overhead in the sky, so that you can make a point to try to go outside and see if you can spot the moon and connect to its energy. I'm so excited to go down this moon rabbit hole with you. Thanks for following along on this journey. Be sure to like the video every day. Make sure that you're subscribed with the notification bell so that you get notified every time we upload our new videos. Thanks for hanging out with me in Wonderland today. I hope you enjoy today's video. Hello and welcome to day 6 of the Follow the Moon Challenge. Today we have a waxing crescent Aries moon. Now, for the last few days, we've talked about waxing crescent moons and how the light and energy is increasing, but we're still so close to the new moon that we don't really have that much energy. However, because we are almost to the first quarter moon, we're starting to feel that need and inspiration to start moving forward with things. And this is even more significant when we have an Aries moon, because Aries is fire and Aries is the sign of spring that helps us get our blood going, gets our motivation sparked and inspired. So we talked a lot about Aries energy yesterday. We've been talking a lot about waxing crescent energy. But in today's video, the exercise, we've done this exercise before in the past in the Follow the Moon Challenge, but the exercise is intended for those times of, well, what if you're not feeling inspired? What if you're not feeling motivated? What if you're not feeling fiery? So how do we tap into fire energy when we're not feeling it, or we feel like our spark has burned out? So we will be in Aries energy all day today until it starts moving into Taurus in the late afternoon around 5 o'clock. So it will rise at 10:08 a.m. this morning. It will be in the meridian of the sky directly overhead around 4:52. You should be able to see the moon in the sky right now as we're heading into the first quarter. And then it will not set until 11:48 p.m. this evening. So I really recommend going outside at some point today, even though it is chilly. Take a peek outside and see if you can spot the moon, and see if you can start noticing how gradual the increase of light is. So again, if you've done the Follow the Moon Challenge before, you probably remember this exercise, but you guys know I love snow and I need to vicariously live through other people who get more snow than me. So I apologize if this is repetitive, but I really think that this exercise works for mustering up as much fire energy as you possibly can in a scenario where there's not much fire energy going on. So let's jump into it. So what's going on here is my aunt and uncle are driving down my mom's driveway to drop off a generator to her. They're plowing her entire driveway because she's been without power because they had this huge snow and ice storm. So this scenario is highly unlikely that you would be able to connect to fire energy. It's freezing, it's cold, there's ice, which is literally the opposite of fire. So I want you to imagine that you're in this scenario and try to connect to fire energy. Despite whether or not you have a lot of Aries or fire in your chart, and despite whether or not you feel connected to fire energy at all. So, first of all, it's snowing outside. So, what do you do when it's cold or snowing outside? You're going to add more layers to your body. You're going to try to insulate and protect yourself from the cold. Heat is the fire element. How can you heat up a situation in your life? How can you add more action or inspiration to your life? In this scenario, you've got the hot air blasting in your face to keep your windows defrosted. So think of that's adding the air element to create fire element. You're probably can't wait to get inside so that you can make yourself a hot cup of coffee. So this is the water element that is physically going to warm up and heat up your body. The caffeine in the coffee is also going to inspire action and movement to your body that might be a little bit stuck, cold, and frigid. Probably by the time you go inside, you've got so many layers on that you are hot and sweating. This is again adding the water element to the fire element and how they all interact with each other. Hopefully you have a fireplace and you're going to be able to light a fire because you don't have electricity on right now. So without electricity, you have to create your own fire. And how do you create fire? You need fuel for that fire. You need wood for that fire. You need earth energy to create fire. You need to have that foundation of fuel, that level to build on so that you can take action. Now, do you see how you can connect to fire energy even if you don't feel like a fiery person? And now, do you see how all of the elements work together and how they interact with each other and how we need all of those elements to balance each other out? So the symbol of Aries is the ram, and they tend to put their head down and literally run head first into things. So if you have an overabundance of fire, like a lot of Aries people do, you will be so excited and motivated to start something new, but then because you put all of your energy into starting this thing, that you kind of run out of steam. And a lot of people with a lot of Aries energy have trouble finishing things. You're really great at starting things, but then when it comes down to completing something, it's hard to get that energy back because you use so much of it to jumpstart it. So when we have too much fire energy, and if you flip back to your Cancer full moon exercise, there's a page on there that talks about the elements, and you were asked to choose a power element, but there's also a message beneath each of those elements of what to do if this element is inhibiting you. If you're struggling with that element, what to do to balance out that element. So if you look at the fire, sometimes we need to counterbalance too much fire with earth. With the example and the analogy of jumping head first into something, it might be a good idea to add some earth element into that to kind of slow down, make a plan. I feel like connecting to the earth energy is like literally using this planner. It's like a physical thing for you to jot down your ideas, to make a mind map, to brainstorm. And so you're putting your idea physically onto paper without actually acting on it first, so that you can have a plan and so that you can schedule your time so that you're not burning out like excess fire would do. You can also cool down the fire element with water. This is also something that I find kind of helps keep your fire going if you're remembering to like drink water and nourish your body with food. It helps sustain you a little bit longer. And you want to be a little bit wary of the air element, because remember, too much air is being in your head, causing anxiety. So how this kind of presents itself in the scenario that we're talking about, running with an idea, this fire and air kind of creates too many ideas, like too many thoughts, too many ideas. What if we did this? What if we tried this? What if we tried this? And that again is going to burn you out. So remember, air can kind of fan the flames of fire and kind of have it burn out of control. And then again, you burn out. But it's also a good idea if you're feeling stuck and feeling like you are unmotivated and you are struggling to like get moving with something. Adding more air can help fan those flames to get the fire going a little bit, jot down some ideas. So it kind of goes either way. You can fan the flames with too much air, which kind of helps you burn out of control, or you can use that air and that mental stimulation and ideas and wisdom to help jumpstart your fire and get you going. So let me know in the comments where your fire is and whether or not you're having trouble jumpstarting it. And start to think about like, what element is that? Are you feeling stuck because you're feeling weighed down and you're too stuck in your emotions? Be the water element. Are you feeling anxious, like you can't get started because you're having too many thoughts? That would be the air element. Or are you just feeling stuck, like you can't move? That would be the earth element. So let me know in the comments, what element are you stuck in? And start thinking about, well, if I'm stuck in this element, how can I create some sort of spark and fuel for my fire to get motivated and started? And also remember that we are transitioning into Taurus this evening, which is Earth. So this is more slow, one step at a time movement. So now is your time to really like ignite something, to move forward, to just like jump in, do something, make it quick and easy. Just jump in it and do it, because that's what Aries would do. Because then tomorrow, in the next few days, we're going to be doing one step at a time, slow movement. So today is your day to like, just do it. Just jump into something and do it.